Hello dear learners, I am Dr. Jyoti Mathur, Head Department of Economics, the Bhopal School of Social Sciences. Welcome to this module on Green Revolution in India. In today's session, you will learn about background of Green Revolution, introduction of Green Revolution in India, its objectives, basic elements, achievements and failures of Green Revolution. Let us look into the background of Green Revolution. In 1943, India suffered from the world's worst recorded food crisis, the Bengal famine, which led to the death of approximately 2 to 3 million people in eastern India due to hunger. The steep fall in crop production in the drought of 1957-58 has become a matter of great concern. Consequently, the Government of India initiated Intensive Agriculture District Program in 1960. Even after independence in 1947, until 1967, the government largely concentrated on expanding the farming areas, but the population was growing at a much faster rate than food production. This called for an immediate drastic action to increase yield. The action came in the form of the Green Revolution. Green Revolution in India. It was an endeavour initiated by Norman Borlaug in the 1960s. He is known as the father of Green Revolution in the world. It led him to winning the Nobel Peace Prize in 1970 for his work in developing high-yielding variety of wheat. In India, the Green Revolution was mainly led by M.S. Swaminathan. The Green Revolution, spreading over the period from 1967-68 to 1977-78, changed India's status from a food deficient country to one of the world's largest agricultural nation. Let us have an insight in the objectives of Green Revolution. Short term. The revolution was launched to address India's hunger crisis during the second year plan. Long-term objective included overall agricultural modernization based on rural development, industrial development, infrastructure, raw material, etc. The other objectives of Green Revolution included employment generation to both agricultural and industrial workers, scientific studies, producing stronger plants which could withstand extreme climates and diseases, globalization of agricultural world. By spreading technology to non-industrialized nation and setting up many corporations in major agricultural areas. Coming to the basic elements of Green Revolution, which included expansion of farming areas. Although the area of land under cultivation was being increased from 1947 itself, this was not enough to meet the rising demand. The Green Revolution provided assistance in the quantitative expansion of farmland. The other important element of Green Revolution was double cropping system. It was a primary feature of the Green Revolution. The decision was made to have 2 crop seasons per year instead of just one, as the one season per year practice was based on the fact that there is only one monsoon season annually. Water for the second phase now came from huge irrigation projects. Dams were built and other simple irrigation techniques were also adopted. Using seeds with improved genetics was the scientific aspect of Green Revolution. The Indian Council for Agriculture Research developed new strains of high-yielding variety seeds, mainly of wheat, rice, millets and corns. Important crops in Green Revolution were wheat, rice, jowar, bajra and maize. Non-food grains crops were excluded from the ambit of the new strategy. Wheat remained the mainstay of the Green Revolution for years. Let us look into the achievements of Green Revolution in India. One of the biggest achievement of Green Revolution was increase in per hectare productivity. Per hectare productivity of all crops like wheat, rice, cotton, gram, maize and bajra has increased. It is due to better seeds, fertilizers, irrigation and mechanization of agriculture. Development of industries also took place during the era of Green Revolution. It had a positive effect on the development of industries. Industries manufacturing agricultural tools like tractors, threshers and pumping set were installed. Prosperity to farmers. Green Revolution has brought prosperity to farmers. Agriculture now was regarded as a profitable occupation. Green Revolution also had positive effect on consumers. It has brought prosperity to rural masses. Bumper crops have generated employment opportunities for rural masses. With increase in income, their standard of living has also increased. Increase in production. The main achievement of Green Revolution is increase in production. In 1965-66, production of food grains was 33.89 lakh tons. In 1980-81, the output became 119 lakh tons. Let us talk about the effect of Green Revolution on rural employment. Due to multiple cropping and excessive use of chemical fertilizers, the demand for labor increased. At sowing and harvesting time, actual shortage of labor was experienced. So, Green Revolution has generated employment in India. Capitalistic farming. The introduction of Green Revolution helped the farmers in raising the level of income. The increase in income motivated farmers to invest large amount of money in various inputs like high yielding variety of seeds, fertilizers, machineries, etc. It also promoted capitalistic farming. One of the most important achievement of Green Revolution was that it changed the thinking of farmers and policy makers. The farmers now have adopted new techniques of agriculture. They participated in Kisan Melas and gathered new knowledge to be applied in agriculture. Green Revolution also brought with itself ease in availability of finance. Financial resources were needed for taking full advantage of the Green Revolution and were provided by banks and cooperative societies on a very easy term. Green Revolution had a lot of positive effect on Indian economy. At the same time, failures of Green Revolution can also not be ignored. Non-food grains were left out. Although all the food grains including wheat, rice, jowar, bajra and maize have gained from revolution, other crops such as chorus cereals, pulses and oilseeds were left from the ambit of Green Revolution. Major commercial crops like cotton, jute, tea and sugarcane were also left untouched by the Green Revolution. High yielding variety program was restricted to only 5 crops: wheat, rice, jowar, bajra and maize. Therefore, non-food grains were excluded from the ambit of new strategy. Regional disparity. Green Revolution technology has given birth to growing disparity in economic development at inter and intra-regional level. The Green Revolution affected only those areas which were already better placed from agriculture point of view like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. It hardly touched the eastern region of India, including Assam, Bihar, West Bengal and Orissa, and arid and semi-arid areas of western and southern India. Thus, the problem of regional disparity has further aggravated as a result of Green Revolution. One of the biggest failure of Green Revolution was excessive use of chemicals. The Green Revolution resulted in large-scale use of pesticides and synthetic nitrogen fertilizers for improved irrigation, project and crop variety. However, little or no efforts were made to educate farmers about the high risk associated with the intensive use of pesticides. Pesticides were sprayed on crops usually by untrained farm laborers without following instructions or precautions. This caused more harm than good to crops and also became a cause for environmental and soil pollution. Water consumption. The crops introduced during the Green Revolution were water intensive crops. Most of these crops, being cereals, required almost 50% of dietary water footprint. Canal system was introduced and irrigation pumps also sucked out the groundwater to supply the water intensive crops such as sugarcane and rice, thus depleting the groundwater level. Punjab is major wheat and rice cultivating area and hence it is one of the highest water depleting region in India. Impact on soil and crop production. Repeated crop cycle in order to increase crop production depleted the soil's nutrient. To meet the need of new kind of seeds, farmers increased fertilizer usage. The pH level of the soil increased due to usage of these alkaline chemicals. Toxic chemicals in soil destroyed beneficial protogens which further led to the decline in the yield. Unemployment. Except in Punjab and to some extent in Haryana, farm mechanization under the Green Revolution created widespread unemployment among agricultural laborers in the rural areas. The worst affected were the poor and the landless laborers. Health hazard. The large-scale use of chemicals, fertilizers and pesticides resulted in number of critical health illnesses including cancer, renal failure, stillborn babies and birth defects. To conclude this session, we can say that overall the Green Revolution was a major achievement for many developing countries, especially India, and gave them an unprecedented level of national food security. It represented the successful adaptation and transfer of the same scientific revolution in agriculture that the industrial countries had already appropriated for themselves. However, lesser heed was paid to factors other than ensuring food security, such as environment, the poor farmers and their education about the know-how of such chemicals. As a way forward, the policymakers must target the poor more precisely to ensure that they receive greater direct benefit from new technologies, and those technologies will also need to be more environmentally sustainable. Dear learners, hope this module has enhanced your understanding of Green Revolution in India, its achievements and failures. Thank you for watching. Happy learning.